This is from Michael. Esteemed vibe mongers, I was saddened today to learn that Melvyn Bragg will be leaving In Our Time after more than a quarter of a century. However, given that you guys are intimates of the Popsicle Hound and BBC head honcho Tim Davie, I assume that John is top of the list to replace the great peer. Who but John, with his massive mind and low nonsense tolerance, could steer the erudite but sometimes wayward academics back onto discursive straight and narrow? Please keep it BBC and welcome us into John's time. Michael, yes, I think it makes sense for Britain to have me present In Our Time from now on, and it would be rebranded as In John's Time.
I don't mind it.
So it'd be only things that happen in my lifetime.
I think you're very good at synthesizing information and reading books quickly.
Yes.
It would be less heavy than How Do You Cope?
Yes, a lot of research.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to be around fellow academics.
Yes.
It would be nice to discuss things that happened in my lifetime, e.g. the Channel.
Yeah.
E.g. The fall of the Berlin Wall.
Yeah. The miners' strike.
The miners' strike.
Poll tax riots.
The invention of...
the life story of Michael Dukakis.
Yes.
Jarvis Cocker mooning Michael Jackson.
The smart box.
Yes.
That sort of thing.
NTL.
Yeah, so if anyone from Radio 4 is listening, I would like to place my hat in the ring.
I think you could do it.
In Our Time. Hi, and welcome to In Our Time with me, John Robbins. Today we are discussing The Charlatans.
The band.
Yes, the band, not the thing they're named after, which I think has been an episode of In Our Time.
Okay.
We've
gone quite pop culture.
Do you know the lead singer's name?
Well, I am the host, Dave. I'm not one of the experts because joining me from the University of Exeter is Professor of Modern Culture, Elis James.
Hello.
And from, sorry, I can't remember, it was a Polytechnic, wasn't it? It's Dave Masterman, who got a third in Media Studies.
All right.
So, Elis, where do we start with the Charlatans?
Well, I think the story begins in Nantwich in the late 1980s. With Tim Burgess, who obviously a burgeoning songwriting talent, 16, 17 years of age, enormously motivated and inspired by the Manchester scene. And looking
can I
for
just stop you
band.
there? I'd like to drill down into that. What sort of time period are we talking here?
We're talking the late 1980s.
Okay,
so
interesting.
Tim was working in a record shop in Nantwich, and he knew that something was bubbling in Manchester, obviously not too far from where he grew up. And so he just knew that were he to join in with some fellow musical travellers, he could perform music that would and has stand the test of time.
Professor Masterman, if you could just take that on for me.
I love their later stuff, actually. And a lot of people give them a hard time for albums like Wonderland, which has We're So Pretty, You're So Pretty on it. And also the fashion. Icadelic.
Yes, this is quite an important part of their story, is there? Could we go into a bit more detail on the fashion?
Well, Tim Burgess, of course, famously in the video for How High, wears a yellow and black cagoule, which has become incredibly sought after by the band's fans. And Tim's actually re-released this cagoule with Icadelic to enormous critical acclaim. I mean, the cagoule community really do see Tim as their Joan of Arc.
Professor Masterman, could you carry that on for me?
Yeah, top jacket, top jacket. And also, what I love about Tim, very honest about his past. He was off his bonds for years and then kicked it all in the can and has been clean living for good, 15 years or 15 to 20 years.
Yeah. And now, of course, an enormous presence online with his listening clubs.
Aye.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for listening to In Our Time. For more information and our terms of use, please check out the website. And now, for podcast listeners, some bonus content from this week's BBC In Our Time. So, is there anything that you didn't cover that you'd like to have gone into more detail on?
There's some great singles.
Yeah. Yes. No, I don't know much about them, John.
Okay, well, I think that's time for Michael to come and ask who wants tea and who wants coffee. I'll have tea, please. I'll have coffee. I'll have tea, please. Do you have anything herbal? No.
What's this?
What happens at the end of In Our Time? They have a little bonus thing.
Is that a mistake?
No, and they always get the producer, the sound of the producer coming in to say, would anyone like teas and coffees?
Okay.
It's
It's
sort of
nice.
an
It's a nice
odd-
personal touch.
It's an audio equivalent of that fashion that's been on documentaries for 5 or 6 years now, where instead of just doing a talking head, it'll be about 40 seconds before the talking head begins. So Pep Guardiola or Gordon Brown would be fiddling with their mic
Yeah.
and saying, is it all right if I sit here?
It's the podcast equivalent of hearing them place the acoustic guitar on the ground at the end of the song.
Yes.
Which annoys me.
We should start doing it, I think.
There is genuinely a good story he told the other day. What was the Breakthrough Charlatans track? What would have been like the big?
The only one I know.
I think he was.
No, they had a single before that.
He went to walk. His mum asked him to go.
Dave, where were you when I was... They've stopped recording, Dave.
What, they
I
record-
literally said, is there anything we should have talked about? This is my big chance, Dave, to introduce In John's Time.
What, they're recording them making cups of teas, but they're not recording this. Surely they've kept going.
They've stopped. I said, is there anything you got? He said, I don't really like the band.
Well, it's just come to me.
Okay, Dave.